Hi, how are you doing today? Welcome back. This is J.R. Floyd, Conversations from My Couch. I am not in my couch today. I am sitting here with a good friend, Sarah. And we were discussing issues about relationship because that's what I'm mainly talking about in the next few segments. Things about relationships, things that people make up, things that people believe. And we were talking about relationship myths. But before I get into that, I want to read you something. I saw this posted on Facebook and it said, date the person who tells you to be safe when you're out, not the one who gets mad. Partnership, not ownership. And the reason why I am reading that to you is because we're going to be talking about 10 of the most ridiculous relationship myths. These are the things that we have been taught, we have been told, and you know what? When you really look at it at the end of the day, they're laughable because a lot of these things are just ridiculous and it doesn't work. So I'm going to read the myth and Sarah's going to tell you the ridiculous part about the myth. You ready? Now, myth number 1, good relationships don't require work.
That is stupid.
Why?
That is just stupid.
Why?
Every relationship needs work.
But it's a good relationship. Why would it require work?
For it to stay a good relationship, you have to work at it.
Okay, so she debunked myth number 1. Myth number 2, you should learn to love your partner's worst qualities.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Their worst qualities.
Their worst qualities. That's
No.
your partner.
It doesn't matter.
That's your boo.
So
That's your soulmate.
if that's his worst qualities, I think we should talk about it and try to work it out. Why just accept it?
Okay.
No.
There you go. Okay, number 3. Oh, this is my favorite. Well, one of my favorites. Never go to bed angry. Never go to bed angry. Now listen, I just have to say one thing. Now you're going to say, I'm going to say. Listen,
Okay.
just let me tell you something. You got 10 little snide little kids running around your house. Your husband don't work 14 hours. You don't work 16 hours, okay? And you get that little tiff about something, right? Now, I'm not saying go to bed angry. I'm not saying go to bed, turn your back, and things like that. What I'm saying is you're going to be busy. And just say, listen, you know what, we're going to shelve this for now and we're going to come back and we're going to revisit this. But right now, you're both burned out, you're both tired. You might say things that you don't mean in that heat of the moment, okay? So never go to bed angry.
I agree totally with what you said.
Okay.
Your explanation. Things come up. We have busy lives, family. You will go to bed angry.
You will,
Once
yes.
in a while, you will go to bed angry.
Because we're human,
Yeah.
we're in these relationships, but at the same time, don't carry it on.
No.
Don't carry
You
it.
wake up the next
There
day,
you
you
go.
talk about it.
There you go.
Get over it.
Stuff happened. It's that one night thing, and that's it.
And you get to have great makeup sex.
I love that. Number 4, couples in good relationship don't argue.
If it's a good relationship, of course you're going to argue.
No, it says couples in good relationships
If you're
don't
in
argue.
a good relationship,
Why are
of
we
course,
going to argue? We are in a good relationship.
You're going to argue because, one, I'm a person. I have my ways. You're a person. You have your ways. We're not always going to get along. Things are not always going to be my way or your way. So, of course, we're going to argue. But that's life.
And then she says great makeup sex after that.
Afterwards, yes,
There you
lovely.
go. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5. If you're truly happy with your partner, you shouldn't need to be close to anyone else. If you're truly happy with your partner, you shouldn't need to be close to anyone else.
That's stupid.
Why? You're truly happy with your partner.
I can be truly happy with my partner, of course.
You don't
but,
believe in that oneness?
Of course. But I do need other people in my life.
Why?
Because I'm an individual. You are not going to be able to satisfy every part of me. Like,
You're an individual?
I'm an individual.
Well, we're in a partnership here.
We're in a partnership, but
1 and 1 equals 1.
1 and 1 equals 1. That don't sound like no math I know.
I always say that. 2 individuals, 1 and 1 equals 2. Every day, all day, 1 and 1 equals 2.
Exactly.
And I totally agree with you. You're going to have people in your life that you are close to. I mean, you're going to have that grandmother you're close to, and that big mom or that uncle. You know, you got a best friend that y'all been road dogs for like 30 years before I met you. And I should discontinue my relationship with that person?
Absolutely not.
No, there's going to be people that you're going to be close to. I think that people who feel that way, they're just clingy, they're needy.
And insecure.
Oh my God.
Insecure.
And they're antisocial. They just want to isolate you.
And
Okay?
that's abuse and not a relationship.
There you go. Number 6. Having a baby will solve our problem.
That is the
Baby, we already got
stupidest.
5. Come on, let's make this 6 and it's going to bring us closer.
I'm
Don't you
sorry,
want to be
babies are
closer?
a blessing.
Yes, they
and
are.
they're beautiful.
Yes,
but
they
babies
are.
ruin relationships.
They ruin relationships.
They ruin
How?
relationships
How do they ruin
because-
relationships?
For the most part, men get jealous of babies. Because
If
they
you're having
take-
it for the wrong reason. Having a
not
baby
only
will
for-
solve our problem.
Not only for the wrong reasons, but men get jealous of the time you're spending. The time that was his is now has to be shared with the baby.
Yes, yes.
Most of them get jealous
Yes,
over
they
that,
do.
and it's immature and ridiculous.
So it's not going to solve our problem.
Not
it's
at
going
all.
to create a problem. If the couple is not mature,
Sure.
they have not consented to make this baby, and then they understand that there's a balance, and baby get time and you get time, and we just need to work that out.
Exactly.
Okay, here's another myth. He or she knows exactly what they did to upset me.
If you don't say anything, how would I know?
But babe, you were in the room with me, and you know what you said.
How did I know that?
It was just the two. What do you mean?
Did you
how
tell me that?
You didn't see my
upset you?
reaction?
No.
You didn't see what was going on?
No.
How do you know it didn't upset me?
You didn't say anything.
Oh my God, you do this all the time.
I do what?
Yeah, you know you upset me.
See, now I don't know what you're talking
There you go. How do I know? Mind readers. In relationship, do not expect your partner to be mind readers. Please communicate your feelings in a calm-like manner to your partner about things that he or she did to upset you. Next one. Now, you're into the makeup sex.
I'm into anything.
Okay. Oh, see, this question is for her. Couples should have sex X amount of times a month, week, day.
You should have sex whenever you feel like it. Whenever you are ready.
No
your partner's
scheduling?
ready. No scheduling.
What do you mean no scheduling?
Who schedules sex?
But it says you have to
Sex should be
have
spontaneous. That makes it great.
spontaneous and great. No
Yes.
scheduling. You mean not Friday at 6 o'clock?
Ew.
Or Wednesday, every other
That sounds
Wednesday
like a
at
chore. No, thank you.
It should be spontaneous. It should be enjoyable, so people stop scheduling these things. Yes, I do agree that you should schedule date night, but
Date nights? Yes.
okay, but
Sex? No.
okay. The next one, number 2. Avoid voicing dissatisfaction early in the relationship. I didn't make this rule. What you looking at me for? You dissatisfied? Why?
No. I'm gonna let you know what bothers me right now.
No, why are you gonna let me know what
Because so
bothers
you can know so you can
you're
stop doing
no,
this.
you're infatuated
No,
with me.
I don't
You're
care.
taking with
No,
me. I'm
no.
your all.
You are nothing to me, okay? If I'm not happy, you're not happy. I'm
But
gonna say
it's early
something.
in the relationship. Maybe it'll work itself out.
Things don't work
Maybe you
themselves
gotta give
out.
it a chance.
Things don't work themselves out unless you talk about it.
Okay, so that's another myth. Communication, open communication. There's something that they're just dissatisfied about early in the relationship. I hear a lot of people say that, you just got in a relationship, give it time. Maybe you're being too hard. No, open your mouth
Exactly.
and say something. Number 1 myth for part 1. Number 1 relationship myth on our list. If the relationship was meant to be, it would just work itself out. If the relationship was meant to be, it will work itself out.
Nothing works itself out.
What if it was meant to
You
be?
have to put the work into everything
Listen.
that you want to be successful at.
Listen,
Relationships, jobs,
Listen.
careers,
Listen.
anything.
the people
You have
them
to
say,
work.
oh God, the people them say from a yard. If the relationship was meant to be, it will work itself out. You just
It
let
should-
things go and let it be.
No,
It will work
it
itself
will not
out
work
over
itself out.
time.
It will
Why?
not. That is the number one thing that will cause failure in your relationship. Definitely. Things are not going to magically work themselves out. If I don't speak up and say what's bothering me, you don't speak up and say what's bothering you, We're gonna constantly have these things arise.
Bitterness,
You'll feel
anger.
resentful,
Thank you.
I'll feel resentful.
She got you.
And I'll get
Look at that.
vindictive.
Look
You'll
at
get
that.
vindictive.
Look at that.
And
Look at that.
the relationship's
Conversations
over.
from my couch. Look at that. From another perspective, not from mine, from another perspective. Okay, listen. I thank Sarah for coming on today and giving us an honest opinion from another
Definitely.
point of view. Okay, now listen. This is not about male bashing. We're not bashing no relationship or anything like that. But what we're doing is that we are just sitting here bringing to you there's hundreds and hundreds of relationship myths, old wise tales. Call it what you want to call it. That we are taught, that we are raised with to believe. And sometimes these things destroy relationships. So my advice to you would be, listen to these things, laugh about it, make fun about it, but use common sense. This is J.R. Floyd, and you know how I always sign off. Love yourself before you can love the world. See you
Amen.
next time.